Hey guys, on this video I got a couple engines we dynoed, a 615 cubic inch big block Chevy and a 632 big block Chevy, and they're both really nice pieces and they made a lot of horsepower, so we'll get to them. But before I get right to that, I wanted to explain, all dynos aren't the same. We have the latest software from Superflow and a really near new, just a few year old dyno from them, and they're tighter than they used to be. More accurate, but on average, from the few versions ago of software to now, it's about 7% horsepower difference that you see. But a dyno's a tuning tool, and what really matters is what's on the track. But when I give these dyno numbers and somebody goes, oh well, we see 100 horsepower more on this or that, it's got to be apples to apples. And we just did a freshen job on an engine that come from a national engine builder, nice piece. We freshened it, made some changes, tried to give the guy a little bit more, and when he had bought the motor originally from those folks, it was advertised at 1,000 horsepower. And when we got done freshening it and doing a few little changes and stuff to it, it dynoed on our dyno at 996, and he was a little concerned because what we did, he was expecting to get some more horsepower and that, and we just said, put it in the car, everything's the same, you're going to see the difference when you get to the track. Our dyno is tighter than most likely what it was dynoed on. And so he did, and he went down to the spring fling, and the car, with no other changes than what we freshened to the motor, went almost a tenth quicker, right at a tenth quicker. That's 100 horse. That confirms that 7% that I'm talking about. So I'm sure I'm going to get flamed on here and blah blah blah, but our dyno's pretty tight. You're going to earn the horsepower you make on it. And we want to give people the product that it's not fluff. This is the horsepower it makes, and it'll show itself out on the track. So anyways, hope everybody's having a good evening. Tomorrow I head to Las Vegas for the 4 White Nationals, but thought I'd get a couple of these dyno videos out that I've been promising some people, and hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe if you like what we're doing, and we'll see you all soon. You guys want to argue with me all the time? This engine is the 632 big block Chevy, and it's a really nice piece with a ADP carburetor, and the whole front kit is a Moroso front kit that we modified a little bit. Nick Ferry made it look really tight and clean with all of the vacuum pump and the way it wraps around the water pump, and we included external oil pump on this and an alternator. It's going in a bracket car. This is Tim Wallace's piece here. Really nice motor, and it made 1,256 horsepower at 7,200 RPM, and it made 979 foot-pounds of torque at 6,100. This is the 615 cubic inch big block Chevy with a book carburetor on it, and we're going to warm it up here and then make some pulls. 615 cubic inch, 20-degree head, all aluminum big block Chevy. Jessel keyed lifters, Moroso pan, crank, you know, a really nice piece. Steel rockers, and as you see, we just pulled it and got it tuned up. Book carburetor, and she made 1,265 horsepower. You know, both those motors are really nice pieces. The 615 cubic inch motor made, you know, about 10 more horsepower than the 632. It had a more aggressive cam, and it's making that horsepower at about 600 more RPM than what 632 did. But for naturally aspirated motors, I think they're both stellar. Just beasts. They got, you know, Jessel rocker gear, Jessel keyed lifters. All the front end kit on the one that we did with Moroso was super tight. Nick did a great job with that. They're both really nice motors, and hope you enjoyed seeing them. If you got any questions, just let us know. Have a good night.